There we go. Okay, thank you very much. Hello, everyone. Hello, welcome. Welcome to me. Welcome to you. Thank you for coming in to Lewis Schaffer's live stream, even though I've been told it's not really a live stream. It's more like just a chat room. It's a chat room. I mean, it's a chat room. Anyway, thank you. Janet is here. Ruben is here. Claire is here. Lewis is here. We could talk about my teeth. Thank you for coming into the stream. Thank you for coming into the stream. There we go. There I am here. But I'm not on the chat box is not on the screen. Is the chat box on the screen? I mean, the problem is the producer shows me how to do this thing all the time. Hello's Maltese Phil. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. There we go. There we go. Claire's writing, hi, lovely Lewis. Welcome. Says Janet. Janet's here too. Hello, Janet. Do your shirt up, man, says Ruben. That's for the ladies. For the ladies. For the ladies. Okay, she's banned. I went to the dentist today, people. We can talk about that. We can talk about you going to the dentist. We can talk about anything we want to talk about. I was lectured that the show is not really a live stream today. It's not really a live stream because it's like a chat room. I mean, not that I care. I mean, we have 127 million people who are following this stream. But where are you? Where is the 127 million? How many of us are going to be here today? 40 out of 127 million? That's a disappointment. There's 127 million. Yeah, Claire says ladies love that. This is a nice shirt. I forget who makes the shirt again. I meant to check. I didn't mean to check, but I wanted to check the last time, and it's not here. It's not here. Yes, Lewis and the Peeps, says Elite Elixir Scott. And Ruben is laughing, Devat tonight. What did he say that was so funny? I've become a Puritan since yesterday, and I don't like smut anymore. Yeah. Yeah, there's a certain place for smut, but, you know. The left live by smut. Their religion is smut. Homosexuality is smut. It's saying, hi, my name is John, and I like to have sex with men. That's what homosexuality is. I mean, yeah, it shouldn't be against the law. I mean, you shouldn't like wave it in people's faces. Or maybe you should. Maybe we should. What do you think about that? UK video clips. Greeting, buddy. Hope you're smiling. Yes, I hope we are smiling. And then Vatanai sent me that they're building council houses in Manchester for gay people. I mean, what makes somebody gay? How, you're gay, and let's say you meet a pretty girl, and you're not gay. And for guys, it's just for guys, or for women too. Let's say a woman is gay, and then they meet a guy, and the next thing you know, they're with the guy. Are they no longer gay? And they got to prove. How do you prove that you're gay except by making the same old jokes? And where is the money coming from? What I would suggest is that the Manchester people go to the United States Supreme Court and say this is a violation of rights, that money goes only to gay people. Or maybe it isn't. Maybe it's allowed in America too. Do you think it's allowed in America? That they can build houses with everybody's money. Well, whoever the money is, most people don't make enough money. Most people don't make enough money. And then I saw that what's his name, Thomas Sowell. He basically said that people are punished for being successful. This is the first time in history that the government actually punishes people for being successful. They take away your benefits if you're successful. That's not right. I don't think it's right. Reuben is here. A married migrant with children just avoided deportation because he claimed he was gay for FF's sake. Yeah. Yeah, it's a nation. It's a world of victims. What makes somebody gay? So is he bisexual? Is he multisexual? Are people flexible? Lorna is here. Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Lorna. Let's wave hello. And she's got a picture right below her of Lorna hugging Lewis Schaffer. That's really sweet. That was really nice of you to put that there. That's ridiculous. Houses for Muslims, houses for gay people. What next? Houses for people with mustaches? Well, yeah, maybe that's going to happen because they're going to say, you know, if you have a mustache. Anyway, Macmillan Cancer Support are going to prioritize ethnic patients over white ones. Well, which is fine because they don't do anything. What does Macmillan Cancer Support do except promote horrible fake treatment for cancer? I would say Macmillan is not I'm not even 100% sure about this. Stay away from I went to the dentist. Do you have live chat on? Yes, I do. Thank you, Ruben. I put the live chat on. I put the live chat on. Yeah. I mean, Macmillan Cancer Support. What do they actually do? They promote chemotherapy, which is toxic. They promote surgery, which is, maybe somewhat helpful, slightly. Macmillan ignored my mom. Wrong type of cancer, apparently. Well, they can only do so much. Macmillan Cancer Charity helped you, Lou. Yes, UK video clips. And I think Claire might say the same thing. Macmillan are great, Lewis. At least they were. Why are they great? Are they fighting for chemo? Are they fighting for a keto-based treatment for cancer? Oh my God, I'm so unlikable. I apologize. They help me with gas, electricity, and food. They also help me get to the hospital. Okay. All right, well there you go. Okay, well I apologize then. I apologize. I'm against anything that's there. I'm against it. I'm sorry. Lorna says, my neighbor had a big cancer operation at Christmas and is still waiting for treatment. What treatment? What treatment works? Tell me what treatment works. Radiation, does that work? Macmillan are there if you get ill while having chemo. Well, you're going to get ill while having chemo. You can skip the GP and come straight to the hospital. And they gave me 8 weeks of counseling. Okay, that's nice of them, counseling. Don't say sorry. I'm saying sorry. Maybe I'm wrong because I might be wrong. And you could say, Lewis, you're weak. I was told that the other day. Somebody said to me, you're weak. Am I weak? A bit weak. They aren't pro anything. They just help people and their families. No need to apologize. They are pro something. Of course they're pro something. Everybody's pro something. I'll be getting my next operation on the 15th of April. I mean, like operations for cancer. Like that works. Only if it's a small cancer, they cut it out. But maybe the right answer for it is a low carb diet. I was at my car wash and the guy charged me more for seagull poop. He charged me more for seagull poop. We live in Turkey and there's tons of seagulls there. Yeah, it attracts bad people there, Lewis. Ruben says, Macmillan are a fantastic organization. They sometimes don't get things right, but all large organizations do. Move on. You know what? Let me find out, and I'll find out. I'll make a case for why Macmillan, what they believe in. They are not fighting for the things that can save people's lives, which is a low carb diet. I think you were strong. You speak your mind. Well, that's what I mean. That's what I think. I think I'm strong enough to. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. I'm going to agree with it. I'm not. I'm not that way. Thank you, Lorna, for that. You are strong for telling me that I'm strong. Who said you're weak, Lewis? I bet they were ugly on the outside as well as on the inside, with a big X, a big kiss. Thank you, Claire. I wish my cancer was small. I'm collecting operations like Pokemon cards. Well, are you on a high carb diet? UK video clips. Watch me make UK video clips hate me. Watch it. Watch it. Watch. I'm going to do it. Are you on a high carb diet? UK video clips. That's pathetic, Janet. Good for you. I bet there are plenty of other choices for you next time, or I hope so. I mean, they wouldn't clean it because there was seagull poop on the car at the car wash. What about using a was it an automatic car wash or was it a hand done car wash? I don't even have a car. I don't even know why I'm asking this question. Look at those eyes. I will never hate you, Lewis. Try your best. Will not work. Do you want to know something, UK video clips? That's exactly what I like to hear. I like to hear that. Yeah, you can just say whatever you want to say. And if I'm wrong, I'll say I'm sorry. I'm not trying to hurt anybody, but people want to be you want to be loved. If saying something makes somebody turn not be your friend, that's tragic, really. I've lost a lot of friends this year because I supported Donald Trump. And that's 2 years ago almost, a year and a half ago or more. I'm so sorry, UK. I had breast cancer 3 years ago, 16 rounds of chemo. Stay strong. Does chemo work? I don't believe that it works. I don't believe that chemo works. I don't think that radiation treatment works. I don't think, let's go over everything. I don't think it works. Free speech works forever. Yeah, well, I don't know if that's free speech. It's an openness among people. Lorna says, I love President Trump. I love President Trump. What he's doing in Iran, he's playing a game with them. He's saying, we can work together. We're not enemies. And then he's planning on bombing the F out of them. I hope that's what he's doing. Is that what Trump is doing? Did you hate the build-up chemo? I did. What is build-up chemo? What is build-up chemo? I love talking about cancer because I know a lot of people are afraid to talk about it. I mean, it can work, but it's a bit of a sledgehammer. What is a bit of a sledgehammer? What is a bit of a sledgehammer? What can work? Chemo, radiation, surgery. What you need to do is you need to starve the cancer. They're treating it like what it isn't. It's a mitochondrial disease. It's where an irritation causes the cell to divide and multiply because it's irritated. I wish UK Vid good luck too. Please don't die on us. We've already had one person die. It's when they start you in soft chemo before they hit you with the heavy stuff. Like they know exactly what the F they're doing. I mean, I shouldn't be saying this. Trust the doctor. Trust the doctor. I went to my dentist today and I trust him. He's good. He said, I'm going to pull out your tooth. I said, okay. I didn't even question it. Maybe I should have questioned it. He's really good looking, the doctor. I said he reminds me of a Bollywood movie star. He's really good looking. And not in a gay way. I'm not saying that in a gay way. Yeah. I mean, how a cancer cell is exactly the same as a regular cell, except it's growing. That's the only difference. Claire says, I had Paxlotaxel, and the Red Devil as my cancer was triple negative aggressive. I started the big stuff straight away within 2 weeks. I'm sick to shit of cancer. I can't believe how many people have it. I blame the COVID vaccine. No, it was growing before then, Lorna. It was growing before then. Look, where does the cancer come from? Remember, the cells have to be irritated, and we're doing everything to irritate ourselves. We're taking we're taking nutmeg powder. Didn't we discuss that yesterday? Or cinnamon, like we're eating cinnamon. It's toxic. Too much of it is back in the day. We never had that much cinnamon. We never had a teaspoon of cinnamon. Okay. What did you say, Kermit? Did you like the music video on Discord? Okay, he hasn't seen it yet. I haven't seen it either. Yeah, we're sick of cancer. The way you cure cancer is not to feed it a high sugar. First of all, once you got it, okay, the way you avoid it is by not eating toxic stuff. Number one, and the way you deal with it is to go low carb. Some foods mess with your body. What does that mean, Claire? I'm waiting for the results of my scan, Vatanai says. The place I went to was the NHS, but they sale spare time, but if the GP had sent me, it would have been free. I paid £600. I'm waiting for the result. The place I went to was NHS, but they sale spare. They mean when they're free, you have to pay. Is that what you're saying, Vatanai? I'm sick with cancer. Laugh out loud. Yes, Thomas Seyfried. This is the guy you've got to follow, Dr. Thomas Seyfried. Dr. Thomas Seyfried. You know this guy. This is the guy. That is the guy. I mixed 80 grams of sugar with 200 grams of cinnamon and put it in buttered toast and then grilled it. Yeah, you're going to get cancer from that. That's a cancer-causing thing. Sugar plus cinnamon, ground cinnamon, 20 grams. That's a large teaspoon. That's a tablespoon, 20 grams. That was in my young. Okay, waiting on the results for a biopsy for my daughter. Been 4 weeks. 4 weeks. I wish I was not so opinionated on this, and I know nothing about it. Nobody I know. I haven't been following the cancer thing. Most people don't talk about cancer that much. I was so tired, constantly sleeping, lost my lovely hair. I cried buckets when it started coming out in my hands. Nausea, sickness, almost down to 7.5 stone. But it's curing you. What a fucking lie, Claire. Come on. Sorry. I had a friend whose dad had excellent results with CBD and THC. He didn't like to be stoned, but the hospital was amazed. I mean, you want to say that smoking pot is going to cure cancer. I don't believe that. Or having the products of that. I don't believe that. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I think what needs to be done. Oh my God, this is why I'll never be a huge star. This is why. I blame you people. Why I'll never be a huge star. Because you're promoting me yelling at you, which you're not even listening. He didn't smoke it. We got him the pure extract. Yeah, because that's what people believe. It's the same thing. So they say don't do the mectin, the ivermectin, and so you think, oh my God, it must be amazing, ivermectin. I still have my hair, and they have not started me on TRT. My multiple myeloma is not suitable for radiation therapy. It's multiple. Are you fat? UK vid. How much do you weigh? And how tall are you? Come on. Let's talk honestly here. How much do you weigh? How much do you weigh? You want to have cancer? Be fat. And there's only one kind of cancer. That's what Thomas C. Do you know Thomas C? I'm 5'5" and weigh 11 stone. Okay, so 11 stone is how many pounds is that? What did you have for breakfast? 5'5" is 65 inches. Wait. 11 stone. 11 stone in kilos is 69 kilos. 11 stone in pounds. In pounds. It's 154 pounds at 5'5". I think it sounds like you're slightly fat. And what did you have for breakfast? Tell me what you had for breakfast, UK video clips. What do you suggest, Lewis? Putting a plaster on it? No, I don't. I suggest, and I don't practice this myself because it's so difficult. I success. I believe in water fasting and keto is what I believe in, and eating much less, water fasting and keto, and getting out in the sun. Paid professional doctor. I'm a doctor of oncology. Nothing makes you see the world with more gratitude and respecting than surviving it, in spite of what the doctors have done to you. You know, I had prawn on toast for breakfast. Yeah, one prawn. What else? And what are you going to have for dinner? You had toast. What are you doing having toast? Toast feeds cancer. Toast feeds cancer. Don't mention the night sweats, UK video clips. Kegel's exercise to prevent premature I'm not worried about that. Who else is worried about premature ejaculation? I'm worried about just ejaculating. I'm worried about having a chance to do it again in the future. In the future, that's what I'm worried about. That's what I'm worried about. CBD is very good for the effects of chemo. Yeah, it makes you feel better, but that doesn't mean the chemo is good for you. Why is the chemo good for you? My brother had cell stem treatment and thalidomide for his cancer, similar to yours. He is doing okay. Dr. Thomas Seyfried. I didn't get that. I literally slept and kept wrapped up warm because I lost so much weight. Yeah, very bad. You had Goan, like as in Goa, prawn curry for breakfast. On 2 pieces of toast? Skip the toast. You know what I did? I had a fantastic day today, actually. It was really nice. I went out walking, picking up rubbish because I'm a great guy, in spite of what it's been said about me. Am I a great guy? Yeah. He says yes. The Beatson Center took a blood bag so I can get stem cells treatment in a few months. Remember, I'm a Puritan, will be offended by talk of sexual function, Alex. We don't need to talk about that at this time. Like I said, chemo and radiation is a bit of a blunt instrument, but plainly it can work. Why plainly it can work? Plainly it can work. I don't see the evidence of this. I don't see cancer being cured and getting rid of, and people's cancer goes away. But does that mean that chemo and radiation cured it? Kermit, I'm not sure. Lorna says, I'd be worried where I shoot my... I would be worried if yeah. We shouldn't discuss that, Lorna. Yes, Lewis, you're great. Thank you, Janet. Thank you, Janet. Thank you. And Jane Catterson is here. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Jane Catterson is here. Because it's not magic how it went away. It is effing, it would go away. It can go away. Cancer goes away. It goes, it comes. Okay? It's not always in a straight line or a straight line. It comes and it goes. Chemo has given me extra life, so F it. Give me more. Yeah, we're lied to by these doctors. I think it's just a bunch of I don't know myself. I haven't had it done. But I know that these doctors lied to me. They lied to me about uh, um, about sleep apnea, about psoriasis, about erectile dysfunction. They lied to me about arthritis, about gout, about that. I had everything. I had everything. I don't have anything now. Look at me. Look at how great I look. Let's be honest. Tell me how great I look, Lorna, please. And we're giving you the love. The love. Everything that we've been told in this world, you have to assume they are lying to us. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I shouldn't even talk like this. I'm not being loving. Anal warts. Yes. 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 Yes, I want you. Yes. Well, if you like it's like I went to the dentist today and he pulled my tooth and then he cleaned my teeth first. And then I wish you had, well, the Beatson is so much better now. My dad had his treatment at the old Victoria fit all. Listen to your body, not the doctors. That's effing. You should not listen to the doctors at all. But your body can, yeah, you should listen to your body. My dad died at 57 from cancer. That is horrible. That is horrible. Why are people dying of cancer so young? Because we live in a dirty, polluted, disgusting world where people are having 20 grams of cinnamon, where they're having Coca-Cola, where they're eating bread. They're having all sorts of things that in and of themselves are not very toxic, but you do it all and it's completely toxic. Thank you, Claire. Claire says that I look delicious. You're a beautiful man. I don't think I look that good. I wanted to put more lights up, but the producer was against it. You mentioned spinach yesterday being not good, but do the benefits outweigh the harm? No, they don't. There are no benefits to spinach. Spinach is a leaf. If you're in the forest and you're starving, you would not eat a leaf. There's no sugar in it. There's very little sugar. There's very little protein, and there's oxalates and other stuff. It doesn't want you to eat it. The myth about green stuff. Years ago, nobody ever ate a salad. 100 years ago, 70 years ago, when I was a kid, they didn't even eat salads. You look bloody. There you go. Lorna comes in. A round of applause. Thank you very much. Lorna says, this is the stuff that's important for this chat. What Lorna says right now. You look bloody marvelous, Lewis. You know I love you tons. And I love you, Lorna, tons. And I love you, Claire, tons. Let's see. And Janet comes in there. So is your willy working now? I'm not going to lose weight otherwise. It is working. It is. Nothing's coming out. Very little is coming out. But it is, I'm rock hard. I am rock. I shouldn't be discussing this. It's creepy. It's rock hard. It's rock hard. It's weird that healthy people die from cancer. That is not true. They're not healthy, people who die from cancer. The number of people who are fat, who have high carb levels, are not healthy. Now, Susan, beautiful, beautiful Susan, is a huge fan of Lewis Schaffer. I hope. I'm a huge fan of yours. I think spinach is good. It might be, it might just be if it is overcooked. Yeah, it might be slightly better cooked, but it's not good for you. That makes it a processed food. Yeah, Popeye disagrees. They've been trying to get us to have that thing. It's like an elitist food. Oh, we're having green vegetables. Look at how sophisticated we are. It's not healthy. I don't eat anything that's green. I eat none of it. The only purpose for green stuff is because it's got cheese on it, or it's got oils on it. All bread and wheat back in the day. That is not true. All bread and wheat. People didn't eat all bread and wheat. People have been only eating a high carb diet for about 10,000 years. And you look where the first references to heart disease were. It was among the Egyptians. Why are you getting me angry? There were a shit ton of carbs back in the day. Yeah, but there wasn't as much of the other stuff, and carbs weren't good either. People had meat. They wanted meat, 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 meat. Sag paneer is one of my favorite Indian dishes. I like it too because I like the cheese. I like the Indian cheese. Lewis, I love you when you talk dirty. Thank you very much, Claire. I'm sorry for talking dirty. Okay, so you favor a Neanderthal diet? Go for it. I go for a Mediterranean diet. We are all different, Lewis, says Jane Catterson. We are not all different. You've got cells that are very similar to mine, beautiful, beautiful Jane Catterson. I hope they're a bit different. I know they're different. They're different and beautiful. The point is it's not that way. I'm on a carnivore diet. That's what I think is best. The old-fashioned diet. You know, back in the day, they didn't have vegetables. They were killing mammoths, I think. So how do you get daily fiber intake? You don't need any fiber. Fiber causes cancer. Fiber causes irritation because you're unable to digest it. And irritation causes inflammation, and inflammation causes cancer. This is what I believe. I don't know whether I'm right. I could be so wrong. I mean, I am not a doctor. Remember I said I was a doctor? I was kidding. I'm not a doctor. I hope you don't think that I'm a doctor. I hope they don't come after me for saying I'm giving medical advice. Don't overcook or reheat spinach. I read somewhere. Yeah, lots of things you shouldn't even cook. You should just stay away from spinach. It's got oxalates. Google oxalates. You know all those people with kidney disease. I used to eat so much spinach. I used to eat a lot of, didn't I eat a lot of green vegetables all the time? I did. Isn't rock hard your nickname? Yeah, I'm okay down there. Not great, but I'm okay. For a 69-year-old guy, I'm okay. I'm okay. I used to eat spinach and egg for breakfast. I did too. I used to love Western omelets and spinach omelets and all that stuff because they convince you that spinach is good for you. It's not good for you. We're not all different. We're all human beings. We're all human beings. I realize now, after all these years, that olive oil was trying to tell Popeye about her healthy Mediterranean diet. Exactly right. It's about a lot of brainwashing. It's brainwashing. We're having green ham and potato waffles for dinner. Green ham, darn. Green ham, right. Cheese Joe coming. Spinach is brilliant for your eyesight. I eat it raw usually. Not healthy, and it's not good for your eyesight because it's got oxalates, and the oxalates do lots of bad things in the body. Google oxalates. Meat and cheese. Sounds like a gay porn film title. Meat and cheese. Thank you, UK Video Clips. Very funny. Made me laugh. We did a music quiz for 1982, and I see the American music, why British music was popular back then. Yeah, it was the second British invasion in the 1980s. It was great music, the 80s, the new wave music. You know, I mean, now we're one country. Ron Smith says this, fiber helps you pass stool. No, it doesn't. It can actually cause constipation. Just leave the fiber alone. That is a lot. You know how long fiber has been considered important in the world? About 40, 50 years. There was no fiber when I was a kid except in Metamucil, if whatever. Lorna, they said that about carrots, and seemingly it was a World War II propaganda thing. Yeah, it was. It was a World War II propaganda thing. That's what the whole vegetarian thing. The vegans and the vegetarians are evil, and they're spreading these lies. I also have MS. I'm iron and vitamin B deficient, borderline anemic. Preach away, Lewis, but don't listen to him. Okay, don't listen to me. You don't have to listen to me, but I'm telling you, you have MS. You want to get rid of your MS? You want to not be vitamin B deficient, the multiple vitamin Bs that there are, or iron? Eat red meat. Eat red meat. Don't eat plants. Plants are bad for MS. That's what I believe. I don't know if I believe this thing. You know what? Thank you, people, for listening to me. Do you notice, like, some shows I'm like really calm and really nice, and other shows like this? And not that this is a show, this is a stream. I went for a colonic 20 years ago, and they said I had a sluggish bowel. Eat more fiber. Oh, okay, so listen to them. Yo, that person knows. That's what they used to believe, and they still believe it to this day, a sluggish bowel. Actually, they say that fiber gives you makes you constipated. And the truth is, you don't need to worry about constipation. Your body will get rid of it. And you're not going to be dehydrated because of constipation. People get all in a panic over it. I haven't pooed in 2 days. In 2 or 3 days. You don't need to poo all the time. You could say, Lewis, what do you know? You don't poo. I don't poo. Because when you eat a red meat diet, and I eat lots of eggs too, you don't poo. I mean, you're pretty angry and insistent for someone who might be wrong. And here's the difference, Hi-Ho Kermit. I know I might be wrong, and maybe that's one reason I'm so angry, because I believe what I believe, but I'm also thinking I might be wrong. You are right. You are right. You are right. I don't think I'm wrong. I don't think I'm wrong. I've been on this diet since January 1st, 2019. On April 1st, I believe it was April 1st, or maybe it was May 1st, I went carnivore. And like lately, I have been eating about 100 to 150 grams of carbs. Not deliberately picking. Maybe I'll have a pizza. I'll have a pizza, and I'll have a little bit of the carbs in the pizza. And for the last couple of months, I can feel my toes. They're not hurt. They don't hurt as much as they used to, but they're a bit gouty. You know. So the point I'm making is, I don't know what the point I'm making is. The point I'm making, I eat mainly meat. I love bloody meat. Yes, eat mainly meat, and don't cook it. But if you're gonna eat meat, you can cook it, I guess. Some people push the fiber back in. Yeah, some people do. Some people do. You know, they take more fiber and, more fruit. I was a big, did I not producer? Yeah, well, I asked him. He's not even paying attention to me. Can you tell he's not paying attention to me? I had spinach today and yesterday, just blanched, Janet. Well, congratulations. You ate a healthy meal, and you're going to have kidney disease. Kidney stones. That's what causes kidney stones. Do you know the bits in the spinach? We discussed this yesterday. The bits in the spinach are oxalates. You think that they're sand. They're not sand. They're a natural defense mechanism that bind with the protein and the calcium and the iron to prevent the plant from being tasty to animals and insects. So they don't want to eat it. They don't want to eat it. Okay, hold on a second. Is Lilith here? Lilith is here. I don't want Lilith to see. Oxalate, Janet. Google it. Watch the videos. There's a woman who speaks about oxalates. It's so effing scary. There is smut, medical misinformation, and bullying. I'm going to report you to the authority. Please don't. Also, don't eat. Can we not? Please, Vatana, unless it's well boiled. Lorna. I don't know what I'm behind in the chat. It doesn't bother me that the spinach is not that good, says Ron Smith. It's not a pleasure food. That's right. So you eat it because you think, you know what, this is not delicious. I used to cook spinach. Did I not cook spinach for you, producer? I used to cook spinach all the time to get them to eat it because I believed in it. Maybe that's what my problem is, Kermit. I used to believe in all this stuff. It wasn't like I didn't, I grew up without eating spinach. I used to eat spinach, and now I've got kidney disease. It doesn't bother me. Just something we were taught to add in with meat. Yeah, because they don't want to feed you the meat. They want to feed you processed food. They make the money off of green vegetables. That's where money is made. And, because half of all green vegetables are thrown out. Thrown out. I might be skipping some of your comments because Claire, nearly as bad as a friend of mine, cut his hemorrhoids off with nail scissors. You want to have hemorrhoids, you eat carbs. Google carbs and hemorrhoids. Google everything. I eat what I like. Who the F said green stuff is okay? Exactly. Do not eat green stuff. They want you to believe that. It's the leftist, globalist left. Did I not cook spinach for you, producer? Yes. Yes. Why do you always ask the negative? Because I'm a Jew. This is the way Jews talk. If he said yes, it would mean yes, you did not. No. Did I not cook spinach for you? And he answers, yes, you cooked spinach for me. Grated carrot and anything saucy is a good hidden veg for kids. You don't need hidden veg. Kids do not need veg. And they definitely don't need hidden veg. You should get them to like veg. I don't have any veg. Do I have any veg here, producer? Right. No veg. You hear him say, he said, there's no veg here. Susan, I'm a good listener. Lorna, okay. You could take a laxative and lose 5 pounds. Army of M is here. I love you, Army of M. The truth is, no. That just clears out your inside, but it's, that stuff's going to come out anyway. It's good if you're wrestling the next day. You need to be in a weight category. I don't believe that. Did you know in Cockney talk, a watch is a kettle? Why? Why, Ron Smith? Army of M says, good to see you back, Claire. We're really happy to see you back. Lewis, I support your choice of diet, Jane Catterson. It works for you. Now, I haven't read the entire thing that she wrote, but this is what people say. That's good for you, but it's not good for me because all people are different. It works for you. Good, serious question. Can you accept that some people are different? No, I can. There are people that are different, but not that different. I have an open mind, but I know what's best for humans. It's red meat, eggs, hard cheese, milk. A little bit of milk. That's what I believe. Fish. Some internal organs in the beef. I eat meat, veg. Veg is for animals. Exactly right. That's not why I love you, Lilith, but that's one of the reasons why I would love you, because of that. But even if you're a vegetarian, I would still love you. Now, we know why he moans about his weight for 3 days, then suddenly has dropped 2 kilograms. He's at a poo that day. That is not true. That is not true, because I'm always, like today, I woke up today, I was 77.6 kilograms, 77.7, and I took off. I haven't had a poo in 2 or 3 days, so I took off about 200 grams. I'm always adjusting for that. But that's possible, Kermit. I had grated veg in my own made stuffing for my son, because we believe that the veg is good. It's not good. It's not saving any lives. We're having more and more veg every single effing day, and people are dying. People, the mother of my children used to hide it. She used to make vats of food with hidden vegetables. And I said, no, put it on a plate. Get them used to it. Did I not do that? I put it on a plate where there's a bit of broccoli and a bit of spinach and a potato, whatever it is. Yeah, this is what Jane says. Lewis is right. There are on most points, for me, high protein, low carb, high animal protein. That's what Lewis Schaffer believes in. I weigh myself. I weigh myself every single day. I've got three, one, two, three scales. Three scales. Are you weighing yourself, Laura? Thank you very much, Jay. You are beautiful, 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 beautiful. Just got, back in a minute, says Susan. Just going to wash the spinach. Why do you have to wash spinach? Because it's got oxalate. It's got the gritty bit, is the chemical that is the oxalate. He loves his veg now. Yeah, my kids love their veg too. But that doesn't make it good for you. I was wrong to get them to eat it. I was proud of myself. I thought, look what a great father I am. It can't not be true. Where do you think it goes? It's like saying you don't weigh more when you're carrying a shopper. It does. It does. But I know. I know. I mean, obviously, you can never. You're saying I should. I no. I can't do that. I can't give myself an enema every day. But I basically am trying to keep an eye. Like last night, I had a big bowl of oatmeal. Here I'm saying that stuff is bad. It's got a lot of fiber in it, and it's oats. It's supposed to be a magic food, but it's not. And I had a huge bowl of it, and I went out and had an ice cream. I had a Magnum bar, a cheapo Magnum bar. And then when I woke up this morning, I thought, oh my God, I'm going to be fat, but I'm still going to weigh myself. And I weighed myself and I hadn't gained any weight because I walked 12,000 steps. Maybe that's what it is. What is interesting here is the number of people who believe various dietary orthodoxies, fiber, fat. Yes, that's true. That's true. I believed in a lot of orthodoxies. I wouldn't have had this argument 10 years ago. I wouldn't have known what the hell I didn't know the difference between what a carb was. I didn't know what foods were carb foods. You know, I weighed myself. A scale asked me to stand on it. I'm tiny. How tiny are you? Susan needs to be fed. The gremlin is me. Susan needs to feed the gremlin, which is you, says Jane Catterson. Beautiful, beautiful Jane. I will assume you've spent hours researching the effects of greens, Lewis. Yes, I have. I wanted to eat multiple foods. I want to eat multiple foods now. What do you think? You don't think I don't want to have like a Christmas type plate with all sorts of different foods? Do you think I want to eat what I eat now, which is beef and eggs and a butter? How boring is that? I've spent thousands of hours watching YouTube videos. Thousands, thousands. You don't have to. It's about evacuating your bowels. It's what evacuating your bowels is about. You you should evacuate your bowel, but it's not. You know what it's like. What used to happen. You guys have the same thing. Used to race home to use the toilet. Used to get home at night and use the toilet. I used to poo 2 or 3 times. How many times did I poo a day? Unnecessary and not healthy for you. I think if you toast the oats, it reduces the carbs. Possibly, but not by much. Not by much. And oats, it's got lectins in oats. It's not healthy. Seeds are bad. It's seed sludge. If there's any part of the animal that they don't want you to eat, the plant, it's the seeds. It's the seeds. They don't want you to eat the seeds. Carrot cake says, yes, carrot cake is amazing. It's got sugar, which is processed. It's got crushed grains. Well, it's got crushed carrots, which are about 10% sugar in it. It's got that lovely frosting. It's great. Carrot cake is great. Now I now cook in coconut oil. It's probably better than the other kinds of oils, than than cottonseed oil or sunflower oil or safflower oil or rapeseed oil or sesame oil. All those other oils, they're all seeds. You think rotting meat inside for 3 days is good for you. It isn't rotting, it's being digested. It's not rotting like rotting on a table. And even then, carnivore animals still go every day if they ate every day. You ever not taken your dog out for a day? I never had a dog. No, no, no. My poo is not rotting. That is one of the myths of the vegan vegetarian community. It's like they are not, they are so healthy. It's a lie. That's a total lie, Kermit. So, what is your attitude about the fruits? They are acidic, but high in vitamins. Apples are a guilty pleasure and a regular post-meal pudding. That's what apples are. They're like candy. They're sweeties. They're pudding. Are they good for you? You can live your entire life without them. And most fruit today is fake. And oranges are huge. Strawberries are huge. Blueberries are now almost the size of strawberries. I like fruit. I eat fruit. I'm addicted to. I'm not addicted to it, but if I have one, I'll have two. I'll have the entire bag. You don't need fruit, though. I love fruit. If you're going to have any kind of plant, fruit is the plant to have. My brother had type 1 diabetes, and pre-cooking some of the carb stuff reduces the carb content. The truth is, he shouldn't have any carbs if he's got type 1 diabetes. It was the carbs that gave him type 1 diabetes, and he can't handle type 1. He can't handle carbs because he doesn't have insulin. So you should not give him low carb content food. Jane Catterson. I like a smorgasbord of food the best. I do too. I love eating everything. I love eating more than you. I'm more of a foodaholic than any person here. Don't use oils. Use animal fat. Yes, never cook with oil. That is true. Oil and animal fat are not the same things. Plants do not have fats. They don't have fats. They have oils. A fat is something that's used for whatever, I don't know what they use it for. What animals use it, but it's different. One of the worst smells is rotten potatoes, Lorna says. Is that rotten cooked potatoes? Your problem seems to be addiction. You can't eat any one of anything. No, I can't. That is true. And if you want to, if you have an addiction to, you do not eat carbs, because sugar makes you want more. It actually motivates the cells to want more. You're lucky to have a farm shop nearby. We're lucky, says Top Cat. Top Cat, nearby until such times that BlackRock buys up the farm, I guess. Yeah, that's something to be concerned about. You are nuts, man, Lewis. And what nuts do you recommend? I think you shouldn't eat any nuts, but nuts are delicious. I bought nuts yesterday. I bought a 40 gram size bag of walnuts, basically. I don't know. The tricky thing with being diabetic is that you do not have to eat any carbs. You do not have to eat any carbs. You have to eat a lot of carbs just in case you put too much insulin in your system. But you can control your insulin. It's like having a car. Don't take my advice with type 1 diabetes, because you might die, and don't blame me. Don't blame me. Our teeth prove that we're omnivores. It doesn't prove that we're omnivores. I've seen that. I just saw yesterday that chart thing. We have canine teeth here. We have knives and forks. I don't believe in that. We have one or two, Lilith, and we're fairly rural here. Where are you, Top Cat? I plan on making peanut butter and bananas fried sarnies in the near future. Are you type 1 diabetic? Because that is a mistake. Blood pressure is one thing I do not have. Laugh out loud, says Yukit. You don't have any blood pressure. Well, yeah, not eating carbs as a diabetic will indeed kill you. So don't listen to Lewis in that regard. That is not true. That is not true. You just have to make sure you do not have a lot of insulin. Dr. Bernstein says you do not need to eat any carbs. Dr. Bernstein. Lewis will be eating blended food if he carries on losing his teeth. Yeah, let's hope I don't lose. And let me tell you this, I don't brush my teeth either. And the dentist, I didn't tell the dentist this time, so I think he forgot that I don't brush my teeth. I was too busy flirting with the nurse. Is that he says that my teeth are perfect, except for this tooth. He says my teeth are perfect. There's no rot on my teeth, and I never brush my teeth. Do I ever brush my teeth, producer?
No.
No. He said, no, I don't brush my teeth. I don't eat much cheese, says Lorna. Eating bacon right now. Yeah, bacon is good. It's not the greatest food because it's cured, and it can maybe make you eat more than you need to, and it can raise your uric acid levels. But I eat bacon. I had sausages. I've had 3 sausages today, and I had bacon yesterday. If you exercise, you need some carbs, but not that much. No, you don't. You don't need carbs. You don't need carbs if you exercise. Okay? This carb thing, I think, is we've only been having carbs in our diet for a few thousand years since Eve told Adam to eat the apple. He's basically saying we can eat plants. We couldn't eat plants before. Oh, I could make a joke about cheese. Nope. I'm not going there. This is what UK Video Clip says. To Claire. What's Claire? Comped cheese is absolutely gorgeous. Yes, it's delicious cheese. Very fancy in French. Vanguard is also another black rock, both of them vying for power and influence across the globe. Yes, that's exactamente right. Is the producer cute? Are you cute, producer? He's one of these guys, which is good. He doesn't spend a second worrying about being cute. He doesn't. So that's what he's going to have a job. He's going to work hard. He's reliable. He's not going to get angry and spank you or whatever. He's a lovely, lovely boy, the producer. I was walking to the dentist, and I said, I'm going to go into the cafe. And who was sitting there? My 2 good sons were right there. It was like really great. I agreed that carbs are in fact bad, Lewis says later. And too many is definitely a bad thing, but we do need carbs. Well, I'm telling you now, you don't have to listen to me. You can Google it yourself. Not Google it exactly. You can research it yourself. Can you survive without carbs? Why don't we look at this right now? Let's look at it right now. Can we exercise on a 0 carb diet? Let's see what it says. Yes. Oh, yes. You have to adapt to it while fat becomes a primary fuel source. High intensity training may feel harder initially. This is lying Google, AI Google. Low carb strength training. Yes. You have to adapt to it, is what it says. Electrolytes. Working out on a keto. Why is there a picture of non-keto oranges and apples? Ridiculous. Ridiculous. So the answer to that is don't worry about it. Don't worry. Chili cheese is me because I'm spicy. This is what Lud says. You are spicy. Chili cheese. Sounds good. Well, I have pizza, at least the pasta, cold meats and cheese at all times with some pickles for snacking. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, pickles are all right. They're not a health food, but they're all right. Bullshit teeth analysis shows we were eating fruit and vegetables thousands of years before Adam and Eve and Eve. Maybe we were. Maybe we weren't. Maybe we weren't. But we don't, that whole teeth thing is bullshit. Lewis, researched glycogen stores in the muscles. Yeah, we have 100 grams of glycogen in the muscles. Do we not? I think we do. There we go. We'll look here. Glycogen stores in the muscles. As form of energy storage for the muscle itself. However, the breakdown of muscle glycogen impedes muscle glucose uptake from the blood, thereby increasing the amount of blood glucose available for you. Yes, you don't need. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. But don't listen to me, Ron Smith. Don't listen to me. Too much food chat. Okay. I mean, you can't make everybody happy all the time. There'll be something we will discuss, Susan, and you don't want someone to say, why is Susan always talking about that? I'm not interested in that. I will stop eating green stuff if I can see the producer. You want to? No, he won't let you see him. He won't let you see him. He's nice looking, but he's a bit fat, but he's nice looking. He's very pleasant. I thought I was being clever eating just meat and no carbs. 3 days later, I was in the hospital. That is rubbish. That is rubbish. That is rubbish. Meat, potato, and 2 veg. That's what Susan C suggests. But I don't suggest that. I say meat, and more meat. Tell us the last day you had no carbs, Lewis. No pizza, no ice cream, no pies. Well, I think I've been bad like for months and months. Months and months. Months and months. I used to eat 400 grams of carbs a day, and lately I've been at 150 grams. I was down to 50 grams before. So that's what I want to get back down to. I want to get down under 100 and then down under 50. That's what I need. It's for my teeth. It's for everything, basically. Hey everybody, can we like the stream? Can we like the stream? What, Lewis? Going to get angry and spank you. Carbs do give you cancer. That's what I believe. I do. Is that what I said? Did I say that? I'm going to get angry and spank you. Carbs do give you cancer. They make the cancer cells grow. You can get cancer. A cell can divide. There's division and then there's the growth. Pork swords of 1,000 men. Do I need a spanking? I would like a spanking occasionally. But, it's not, a guy can't ask for a spanking. He seems vulnerable. I'd like to cry more. Are you insulin dependent, Lorna? Buy the stream of coffee. Thank you, Kermit. Thank you, Kermit. Just like yourself, Lewis, pizza is a guilty pleasure, but I don't eat it that much. Yeah. Well, lately I've been buying a pizza every day, but I'm eating less and less of the crust. It's not, but it's, you don't go around saying, oh, pizza's a health food. Or do you? Maybe people do that. Last time I had a meat-only diet, I was in my 30s. Yeah, cancer is just a thing. We can only deal with it. What does that mean? No, we can stop it from growing. I believe that. like, I don't know whether you notice this. I don't know. Maybe you can't see it. Maybe, but like, okay. So when before I went on my meat only diet, I had skin tags. Skin tags. Do you have skin tags? If you've got skin tags, it means you're on a high carb diet and you're fat. A high carb diet is skin tags. If you've got growths, I had sebaceous cysts that had to be removed. I had stuff growing on my eye. And then when I went low carb, it all went away. And I had a lump here. Can you see the lump? Where is the lump? There's the lump. When we go out together, you'll be able to feel this tiny little lump. It's basically half the size that it was. Can you see it? You probably can't even see it. You just annoy women to the point where they will want to spank you willingly. Maybe that's true. Maybe that's how a lot of people do that. Thank you, army of men. A lot of people they want to be paid attention to. That's why they misbehave. That's why they get into a fight and then they go, "Oh, my man." I am. And that's why I'm eating meat and no carbs, and I really did wind up in the hospital. With what? With what? Are you going to blame eating only meat for that? I don't believe that. In 3 days, I don't believe that. Lewis, if you can tell me how to stop it, I will do it. No, you won't. I'm telling you right now. You've got to go. You've got to go to this Thomas Seyfried guy and see what he suggests. I mean, I'm just going to repeat what he said, which is he said, go on a water fasting diet as long as you can, and then go low carb, and then water fast again, and then go low carb. Basically, pepperoni isn't the health food either. It isn't a health food, and the sauce is made from tomatoes. Right, exactly, but it's not that sugary, and there's not that much in a small little bit here. Yes, it's sugar. Heaven forbid. It's not just the crust that it's bad for you. Yeah, probably. I don't think pepperoni is that bad for you. And it's basically, I think in half a pizza, it's got 14 grams of pepperoni. Not that much. And how many tablespoons of tomato sauce? Not that much. What about ketoacidosis? I am worried about cancer every single day. I'm worried about tooth decay every single day. And the reason I'm worried about those things is because I don't brush my teeth. No, not even that, because even if you brush your teeth, your teeth can rot. But I know if you do not brush your teeth you won't have cavities. Basically, I'm fat because I drink. Yeah. Well, that also, what is drinking? It's got carbs in it and it's got alcohol in it, and that promotes cancer. Sorry. I mean, yeah, sorry. That's why if you have alcohol and you have carbs, which is like pasta, bread, or whatever, you've got to give up the pasta and the bread because alcohol is really hard to give up and there's no happiness there. So I suggest give up the carbs. There is only so much one can take of people saying, I'm eating this, and Lewis saying, don't eat it. And the same thing over and over again. Still, there again, I haven't got anything better to do. Yeah, I'm sorry. I guess it is boring. I'm sorry. I'm being boring. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Get naked, Lewis. What? Am I being boring? What are you saying, producer? When we go out, Lorna and I'll fill you up, yes. Or maybe you don't even need to go up, you just come around. Or we can go out and you could get me in a side thing and I'll show it to you. Where is the love? Where is the love? What, between me and Lorna? We're building up the love. Lorna's seen enough of me. The thing is, women don't fall in love immediately. I think you know what I'm about. You know I'm going to bore you. I'm so boring. And Kermit is right. I'm very boring. And my son says I'm boring. He says that this is not even a live stream. This is just like a chat room. A chat room. There you have it. You're a blunt-minded soul. Yes, I am. I give you facts. I'm not saying you didn't go to the hospital. What did you go to the hospital for? Because you had meat for 3 days and no carbs? Come on. That's bullshit. I don't believe in that. That's what you were told. But does that make it true? I'm not saying you're a liar. It isn't like one of those situations. I'm saying you were told something and oh my God, I didn't have any carbs, so I went to the hospital. I didn't have carbs for 3 days, so I ended up in the hospital. It's bullshit. When we go out together, you'll be able to feel this tiny little lump. Well, maybe girls want a tiny little lump. They don't want a big, massive lump. They know. I had it. I don't know whether you could see it on my back. I had it removed. I don't even know if it's still here. Can you see that? Is it there? It could be right. Can you see it there? I had it removed. That was the most painful thing ever in my entire life, is having a subsebaceous cyst removed. And it was removed because I had it because I was on a high carb diet. A high carb diet. And I don't want that to happen again. I've got to constantly remind myself, because I think, what's the harm of me going out and having a small little ice cream or having my son's oatmeal? I was working as a waitress at a cocktail bar when I met you, and you said, hey, would you like to feel my lump? And you said, oh my God, that is so charming. That is so charming. So charming. I was working as a waitress in a cocktail bar when I met you. The proliferation of cancers is not down to what you eat. It's more down to the insecticides and pesticides they put in our foods. It's partially due to that, but the cancer grows because of the high sugar content of it. That's why it grows. And also because plants have those things. They have pesticides and insecticides inherent to the plant. Inherent. 3 days, Lewis. What does he say? I'm falling behind. Yeah, okay. So this is what Elite Elixir says. Scott, I love you. You say you did not eat carbs for 3 days and you ended up in the hospital. And that's what you believe. And you said it to Lewis Schaffer. And Lewis Schaffer, who's a big supporter of you, Scott, and you've been a big supporter of me, and I'm really happy to have you here. I said, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Thomas Seyfried, S-E-Y. Thomas Seyfried. He's a reasonable guy. He's a professor of biology at the Boston University. He's a believable guy. I mean, all of his, I don't know. The only thing, according to your own doctrine, is that it's okay for you on a pizza is the cheese. Sod the pizza and have a chunk of cheese. Okay, you are right about that. But the thing about, and I do eat a lot of cheese, but I like the pepperoni. I like the pepperoni flavor. I'm sorry. I like the tomato. It's got a little bit of sugar in it. And I like having a little bit of the bread. But I got to stop having the bread at all. Jane is going to spank me later. Thank you very much, Jane. We're almost done with the stream. We're almost done. I don't know. Have we probably, let me just see if people have stayed with the stream. Have you stayed with the stream? I don't know. We've lost a lot of people on this stream. You know what it is. I got to remember. I mean, because I go off on my own. Basically, we're drifting downward. I'm sorry. I know this is not that interesting. It's down to bad luck, says Lorna. We all have cancer cells in our body. I don't believe that we all have cancer cells. I love the one about the subsebaceous, I think, subcutaneous sebaceous cyst. Classic. I had it removed from my back. It was a lump, and then it didn't heal properly. I had to have it done again. So the most painful thing in my entire life was done twice. By my. Basically, what they do is they keep a space that's open like that, if you can see that, and then it has to be kept open as it grows in. Can you see it? As it grows in from the side. So it's not like they sew it together and it heals. No, it's got to grow in. The skin has got to grow. Oh my God. Oh my God. So painful. You don't need to brush your teeth after they've all fallen out. Yeah. He said the rest of my teeth are in good. He said this one probably fell out because it had tartar, and tartar is caused by carbs. I've been on a bad diet. Basically. Anyway, nicotinoids are made from tobacco plants, then sprayed on food. So yes, plants do contain chemicals, but no, they don't ground up meat and spray it on plants. Meat does not have. Meat animals hunch it down. They hit you in the head because they didn't remove the cyst wall. What is that about? Pepperoni also has. Yeah, pepperoni is not great for you. But I'm having 14 grams of it. It's not great. It is not great. It isn't great. You're right. Pepperoni can be unhealthy if consumed frequently due to its high level of sodium, saturated fat, and preservatives like nitrates, which are linked to an increased risk of certain cancer. Okay, number one, sodium is not that bad for you. It's good for you. We need sodium. Number one. Number two, what did we say? Cancer in younger people. You're hardly a paragon of health, says Kermit. To advertise this diet. You don't poo, you barely sleep, your teeth are falling out, and you're always grumpy. First of all, I've been grumpy my entire life. Number one, poo is not a sign of being healthy or not healthy. And I've barely slept my entire life. I'm a psychological mess. I'm happier now than I've ever been. Am I doing better mentally, producer? No. Am I doing worse? Yeah. My son says I'm doing worse. I'd have died. I've not gone to the hospital. You had a coma, heart attack, death. I'm not saying that didn't happen to you, Scott, Elite Elixir. But was it caused by not having carbs? That I don't believe. For 3 days, I don't believe that. Cancer in younger people and fast-growing ones, too, are very common in populations that are heavily vaxxed. Yes, vaccines can cause cancer. They repress the once-killing cells. No, I'm not sure about that. You're putting schmutz in your body. Daz is here. You're putting schmutz in your body. And cancer is caused by schmutz. Cigarette schmutz, alcohol schmutz, coughing schmutz. You don't need to brush your hair if you don't eat carbs. But I do eat carbs, but I pretend I don't. So I still don't brush my teeth. Yeah. It's a bit complicated. It's a bit complicated. Can I apologize for today's stream? To be fair, whatever Lewis is doing, he looks better than a lot of 60. I'm going to be 69 in a week. I see at the doctor's office. Yeah. I mean, I don't look that great from this angle, I don't think. This doesn't look that good. If you saw me, can you see where's the wrinkles? The only thing my skin is missing is Lorna's hands running over it, and Claire. and Janet and Susan. That's what I need. I need a beautiful girl's hands. Is salt bad? I don't think you need as much salt, but I think no. I think we can regulate the amount of salt. I don't think salt is bad. I don't think salt is bad. We're used to eating a ton of salt. But thank you, Vatana. I mean, I don't look as good as I did a couple of years ago, but I'm 69 years old. Stop talking about some divisive food. Who knew? But Jane Catterson, I am divisive. What's the point of talking about stuff if it's not going to get an argument going? That means everybody believes the same thing. The sky is blue. Let's talk about the sky is blue. How beautiful is the sky? How beautiful is the sky? Okay, so let me thank everybody and get ready. This has been our stream. I love talking about this. 18 is Daz, beautiful Daz. 15, and wait, there's 14 at Lilith, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Lilith. And there's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Army. Okay. Ron Smith, I don't sleep that well, and I wish I did. I need a beautiful woman to sleep next to me. Ron Smith, beautiful Ron Smith. Janet, look at how beautiful Janet is. I love you, Janet. Lud at 10, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Janet. 9 is Maltese Phil. There's Jane Catterson coming up there at 8. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Jane Catterson. Keith Bexley is at 7. Vatanai is at 6. Claire is at 5. Kermit is at 4. Ruben is at 3. There's Lorna at 2. And the winner is Elite Elixir. Elite Scott. MC Scott is at 1. So congratulations to MC Scott. Now let's find out what the top number is. Let's find out what the top number is. There you go. That's the top number. Maybe we could have gotten higher if we had a different thing to discuss. Well, same thing with Gandhi. He was had a beautiful young girl sleeping. But I'm not age specific. I'm just saying I want a beautiful, beautiful woman. So write down the number, everybody. What do you think? 27, says Ruben. Okay. You only become popular in politics and media by being controversial. Anyone with a normal, down-to-earth opinion gets ignored, says Daz. I wish that were true. Elite Elixir Scott says 21. Army of M says 28. Ruben says 27. Lorna says 21. Up in Chester. I love Chester. Manchester, that's my favorite name anyway. Anyway, so that's what I say. Cancer can be caused by a lot of different things. It can be caused by pesticides, insecticides. It could be caused by other irritants. It could be caused by coughing, by rubbing your face too much could cause cancer. Lots of things cause cancer. Anybody else want to guess? Anybody else want to guess? Susan C. says 26. Ruben says 27. Is that all the people that are guessing? People who are heavily vaxxed have fewer onco-repressing cells. I don't believe there's such a thing called every cell can get cancer. Every cell. It's a way for the cell thinks, oh my God, I'm under attack. But not under attack so much, I'm just going to die. I'm under attack, so I'm going to see if I can reproduce myself. Dr. Bull of Reform confirmed that GB News has banned Rupert Lowe. Pathetic. Yes, possibly. Maybe they're banning me too because I haven't been super supportive. You know? I mean, we were told there were certain people we couldn't talk about. We couldn't mention Tommy Robinson's name on the air. So that's not a surprise to me. We could not mention Tommy Robinson's name. Vatanai says 19. Well, nobody's come up with a number. So if everybody who's written a number wants to come up with a new number, you can come up with a new number. A new number. A new number. A new number. Jane says 29, but Susan said 29 at the same time. First person to come up with the right number. I watched the great Mike Graham. Well, he has me on the show. You know, he's a ballsy guy. I've tried to be good. I've tried to be well behaved. I took it for granted I was on the TV. It wasn't that important to me, and maybe in retrospect it was a mistake. He has his setting too high or something. His setup can't handle. What do you mean I can't handle it? Army of M says 20? No. Well, tell me, what should I do, Kermit? Should I? Okay, 23, 22, no. 31, no. Okay, I'm going to say who the winner is. What the winner is. The winner is who's. Okay, I'll give you another second. Susan C says 24. Straw is here. You're late. We're just going off the air. It hasn't been the best show. Lorna Hutchinson is the winner. You are the winner. Lorna Hutchinson is the winner. The winner is 25. We had 39 yesterday and 25 today. So thank you. Thank you, everybody who's watching. If I didn't mention your name and say I love you, and I do love you, and I love you, and I do love you, I'm telling you now that I love you. But right down below, what about me? What am I, chopped liver? You can say that. You can say that. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Ruben and Lorna and Straw and Elite. Thank you for coming in. I enjoyed it. Lewis bothered the poo out of me. Well, thank you very, and that's what I love. I love when you're being bothered and you can put up with it, and you know we can still be friends afterwards, even though I'm bothering you. You don't think you people bother me? That's why I get something start screaming. Dubes didn't reply. Well, what are you supposed to do? You're making a lot of money. You're supposed to like say, "I've been told I can't respond to Rupert Lowe." You know what are you supposed to say anyway? Lorna, good night. Good night, Ron Smith. Good night, everybody. Good night, Kermit and Army of M and Elite Elixir and Vatanai and Daz. Thank you very much. Thank you, Claire. Thank you, Jane, for coming in and UK video clips. I hope your health improves. I would say this, Thomas Seyfried. Okay. I'll see you tonight. Are we gonna do? We'll do an hour tonight. I'll see you tonight at 10 o'clock, 10:30, at 10:30 tonight at 10:30. Thank you. Don't thank me. I'm thanking you. Thank us all for being here to the Lewis Schaffer Uncooked Club. You missed Lewis showing his subs. Is this? It wasn't the sub. Well, this is. I guess it's the same thing. Is it the same thing? I'm not sure this is the same thing. This looks like it's dead. It's dead. It doesn't have any pain. There's no pain here. It's just like a lump. On the back, there was a bit of pain. I love you. We'll see you tonight at 10:30.